Hi guys, it's been a little while since my last post, which was one of the CTFX Cinema reviews. I got sick, and so I didn't do another review because I was sick for like a week, and then I got better and I was like, oh, I can make a video. And I got sick again. No joke. But I'm feeling better now, mostly. So I think it's about time I finally do the YouTube survey that pretty much everybody I know is doing, and I need to actually do it. Because it's called the YouTube survey, and if you're on YouTube, you should be taking the YouTube survey. So, the YouTube survey is a new thing this year, started by j.r.r, as you probably already know, and most of my YouTube peeps have been doing it, so it's my turn now. First question.
Tell us about your first kiss.
We're gonna have to skip that one. Hasn't happened yet. Honestly, I really identify with that movie, Never Been Kissed, because I'm 23, and I've been on dates, but most of those dates were with friends, and it was just friends, not more than friends. So I've never had a serious boyfriend, and I've never kissed anyone, so I don't know if that's embarrassing for a 23-year-old. Honestly, I don't care, because I'm not going to kiss someone until I think that, you know, it'll work. So, yeah. Question 2.
Most expensive casual item of clothing ever bought.
Casual item of clothing most expensive. Well, most of my clothing that I buy that's casual is super cheap. So I think we're gonna go for the shoes. Usually when I was still in school, I'm done with college now, so that's over, gotta buy my own clothes and everything, but when I was still in school, my mom would buy us a new pair of shoes for every new school year. This year, I bought my own shoes, and I decided to go with something awesome, and I actually had to buy them online, because I could not find them anywhere. So, first, and they are really muddy because I went hiking in them and have not cleaned them yet. So first I bought my j.r.r, and those were actually on sale. They normally were $50, but they were actually on sale. They are so dirty, but they're the ones with the pockets. And I got them because I always thought they were so cool, and because on the show Psych, if you've ever watched that, the character Sean Spencer has j.r.r. And I am Sean Spencer with my best friend, our little duo. I'm Sean Spencer and she's Gus. I had to have my own pair of j.r.r, and they're so cute, but they're so filthy right now. But those were on sale, so actually the most expensive thing I bought for casual clothing wise are my Heelys. Bam! So these were not on sale. So they were about $55. Honestly, I've never bought shoes more expensive than these, because we usually just go to Payless and stuff, but I had to get these online, as I said. So I got Heelys because I am a child. And because I'd always wanted them when I was a kid. I always wanted Heelys when I was a kid. Did I ever get them? No. And then I saw the first video of Toby Turner's before I subscribed to Tobuscus. And I started watching his, and then I found out he had Heelys. I was like, he's my age, and he has Heelys. It's not weird. Unless you think Tobuscus is weird, which some people do. But I thought it was cool, so I got myself Heelys. I took the wheels out because I was going shopping somewhere that they don't allow Heelys in the store, so I had to take them out. But they're going back in the next time I wear them. And honestly, it took me a while to learn how to use them, because I was trying to figure it out from other YouTube videos of like, and the sad thing is, all the YouTube videos I looked up of how to Heely were kids. It made me feel childish again buying these, but I finally figured it out, and it's fun. So yeah, not all that expensive. I don't buy really expensive clothes, so I mean, honestly, this little sweater doohickey thing, $5. Question 3.
What was the first job you ever wanted as a kid?
Well, I knew whatever I was going to do, it was going to involve animals, I think. I can't remember. Shh. Every time I get an update from Zombie Cafe, it's like in the middle of something. Like we'll be talking about a serious subject, or we'll like in the middle of family prayer or something, and then suddenly, brains. It never ceases to fail me. It just, every time. Anyway, back to it. I can't can't remember. I think I wanted to be a filmmaker. When I got to middle school, it was more like I might want to be a veterinarian or a artist or something, which I am an artist, so that kind of worked out a little bit. It wasn't until high school when I decided I wanted to be a writer and a filmmaker, which is a funny thing because I think when I was little, other than wanting to be like a cat or something, because I really, really wanted to be an animal of some sort, a cat, a dog. I actually was my sister's dog for a little while. I walked around on a leash and ate Cocoa Puffs out of a little bowl. That was the dog food, and I drank water out of a bowl. And I was convinced. I was convinced that people thought I was a dog. So yeah, other than wanting to be like a horse or a dog or a cat or something, I think I wanted to be a filmmaker because I was always writing down these little stories, and then I would take the camera and go film them. And I would film live action things. I would film with my stuffed animals, like riding across the sandbox because they were in a desert. And I would film my toys. My Pokemon cards were often featured in my films. I think I wanted to be a filmmaker. Like, I didn't realize quite yet then that that was a job. But that's what I wanted to do. I wasn't one of those kids that was like, oh, I'm going to be a doctor or a nurse or, you know, I want to be a fireman or an astronaut. I just wanted to do whatever the heck I wanted. So I kind of basically was the same as I am today. I just want to do whatever the heck I want, and whatever the heck I want is to make YouTube videos, write books, write blogs, take pictures, draw pictures, animate things, you know, all the artsy writing filmmaker stuff. So basically I'm almost exactly the same as when I was a kid. I still sometimes act like an animal, or at least sound like one. I can make sounds. I can howl, I can neigh. I have always been able to neigh because I used to pretend to be a horse all the time. I can bark, I can meow. I'm still that kid. And I'm 23 years old. No wonder I've never been kissed. Number 4.
Tell us about your group of school friends.
I've had several different groups of school friends, and they were all usually at the same time. Like, I had my church group of friends, which were more of my closer friends. I had my nerdy group of friends, and then just my normal friends. And I got along with them all and hung out with them all. So I think the thing that stands out the most, like, I had theater friends once I got into theater in high school, and those were some pretty nerdy friends. There was one group of friends that we didn't really hang out outside of school. We didn't go do things together. We just had study hall together. And every study hall, we would write notes to each other in Elvish. So this was my in-school group of friends. That was my study hall group of friends. We were in it to the end for like 2 years. We called ourselves Lord of the Rings freaks because, honestly, we were. We would read the books, we would write little stories, we would write in Elvish, as I said already. We couldn't really speak it all that well, but we tried sometimes. Yeah, I have to say by far that was my most interesting group of friends in high school. And I don't regret it. They were some interesting people, and they've gone in some interesting paths in their lives, but I do not regret it because they were awesome, and it helped expand my horizons, and made me even nerdier than I was already. And it made me love the idea of creating a world and a whole separate language. J.r.r. Tolkien is amazing. You cannot deny that. I'm gonna get my ring. I still have this. It came off of a bookmark, so all the gold got rubbed off, but you can still read the Elvish on there, kind of. Oh, it's blurry. Oh, it's blurry. You can't read it. But anyway, one ring to rule them all. So basically, yeah. I had a lot of groups of friends. I had my normal, you know, literature nerd friends, like everybody loved Harry Potter, of course, because I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. But this group of friends, definitely the most interesting. Yeah. There's a lot of interesting stories I can tell about that. Those study hall times. Gotta love it. Love it, love it, love it. Question number 5.
What would you name your kids?
Sadly, I have thought about this a lot, but because I'm a bit of a nerd, it wasn't pretty. I used to, we'll start with the more slightly normal portion of this question. I used to like clip out pictures of kids from like magazines and then like put them together in a little collage, and I'd give them each a name, and those were my kids, and then I'd have my picture, and then I'd have like a picture of like Orlando Bloom or someone, and that was my husband. This was for art class. It was a project. It was for art class. Actually, no, it was for creative writing. That's right, because we had to come up with like it was for creative writing, but it was still for school. But then my sister and I afterwards would go and just find these like clippings of cute little kids, and we'd give them the names we wanted to name our kids. And one of the kids I named, I actually named the exact same name as one of Johnny Depp's daughters. Yeah. But unfortunately, that is slightly normal. I used to keep changing what I wanted to name my kids. Every time I read a new book and came across a name, I wanted to name one of my kids that name. And there was just one point in time, like I even considered Pokemon like character names like Ash and Misty, which are fairly normal names if you can give them right, like Ashton. But there was a point where I wanted to name my children. I wanted to have a little boy, and I was going to name him TK. I wanted to have a little girl, and I was going to name her Kari. If you don't know what that's from, those are the two characters, the little boy and the little girl from Digimon. Why? I mean, honestly, I was 12 years old, but for some reason I was convinced that I was going to name my children TK and Kari. That's how it was going to be. Luckily, I've gotten past that. As for names for them now, I honestly have no idea. Like, I come up with character names, but I don't know what I'm going to name my children until I get to that point, because I don't know what their names are. I feel that when it comes to that time, I will know what they should be named. So I'm not going to try to come up with it ahead of time. Not until they're on their way. Because I don't know what their names are yet. Now that you've been thoroughly frightened by me and my answers to this quiz, and I don't know what accent I'm using right now, we'll get to question number 5.
Finally, who do you want to answer the survey next?
Well, anyone? Most of the people I'm subscribed to have already answered it. Though I would really like to see Allie Speed answer it. Maybe Charles too, but mostly I just want to see Allie from CTFXC answer these survey questions. I don't remember if Strawberry 17 has done it yet. She should do it too. Who else? Danielle Adams. My best friend, you are answering these quiz questions. Quiz questions? It's a survey, not a quiz. We're not being graded on this, are we? Are we? So yes, those people, and honestly anyone, if you see this and you feel like doing the YouTube survey, post a video response. People can scroll past the room of requirements and they'll see your little video response and be like, ah, another YouTube survey answer sheet thing video. Mabob. And they'll watch it. I think this survey is actually a really cool, awesome idea, because it gives you ideas of what to talk about, because I have so many childhood stories that I'd like to tell you now, and I think I will in future videos. I'm going to start writing them down, actually, so I can know what to tell you. But, yes, so all of you out there on the interwebs, you're next. Answer the survey questions. I'll post them in the room of requirements so that you can find it. Yay! I did something today. Now I can go back to watching more random Japanese television shows on Netflix. Bye! I forgot my phone. I kind of need that down there. Okay. I'm gonna go back in the room of requirements. Bye.